This video talks about SPM Mathematics Paper 2 for 2024. Question number 14 and 15. Question number 14. A factory produces premium handbags and exclusive handbags. Using X to represent the number of premium handbags, Y to represent the number of exclusive handbags. Write two linear inequalities, other than X greater than or equal to 0 and Y greater than or equal to 0, to represent the situation. The production conditions. The maximum number of premium handbags produced is 42. Means that the number of premium handbags cannot exceed 42. The linear inequality is written as X less than or equal to 42. Next, the number of exclusive handbags is at most 2 times the number of premium handbags. This means that the number of exclusive handbags must not be more than twice the number of premium handbags. Therefore, it can be written as Y less than or equal to 2X. B1. The third weekly production target is shown by the shaded region on the graph in the answer space. Write in words the inequality that represent the target. From the graph, the dashed line at Y equals 46. The shaded region is above the line. This means that at least 47 exclusive handbags are produced. Let Y represents the number of exclusive handbags. In words, the inequality can be written as: the number of exclusive handbags produced is greater than 46. B2. Hence on the same graph, draw and shade the region that satisfies the system of linear inequalities in A. B1. And X is greater than or equal to 0, Y greater than or equal to 0. We now have all the inequalities. Since X and Y are greater than or equal to 0, the graph only makes sense in the first quadrant. For X is less than or equal to 42, draw a vertical line at X equals 42. Shade the unsatisfied region where X is less than or equal to 42, which is the region to the right of the line. For Y is less than or equal to 2X, let's draw a table and choose any values of X to find 2 points on the Y equals 2X. When X equals 0, Y equals 0. When X equals 30, Y equals 60. Plot the points 0, 0 and 30, 60. Then draw a straight line through these 2 points. And shade the unsatisfied region for Y less than or equal to 2X, which is the region above the line. For Y greater than 46, draw a horizontal dashed line at Y equals 46. The line is dashed because it represents a strict inequality. Shade the unsatisfied region, which is the region below the line. In this way, the final unshaded region is where all inequalities are satisfied. The solution is unshaded region. That is the set of values for X and Y that satisfies the system of linear inequalities. C. From the graph in B. Determine the maximum number of exclusive handbags that can be produced. From the graph, Y represents the number of exclusive handbags. To make Y as large as possible while still remaining inside the feasible region, look for the point with the highest Y value in the region. Therefore, the maximum number of exclusive handbags that can be produced is 84. 2. Whether the weekly production targets are achieved if 25 premium handbags and 60 exclusive handbags are produced in a particular week. The point representing 25 for premium handbags and 60 for exclusive handbags. 25-60 lies outside the shaded feasible region. The weekly production targets are not achieved due to the point 25-60 does not satisfy the system of inequalities. Therefore, the answer is no. Because point 25-60 locates outside of the shaded region. Question number 15. A. Table 4.1 shows the tax exemption and tax relief of Inequality in the year 2023. Tax exemption refers to all personal expenses in the forms of gifts, donations, contributions to government or various organizations. These expenses may be tax exempted but are subjected to certain limits in amount. Tax reliefs refer to items or expenses, which are not taxed, for the benefit of the individual or family members, for example self-relief, employees' provident fund, EPF, medical treatment, education fees, and lifestyle relief. Items of tax relief depend on the policy set by the government and may change from year to year. A. Calculate the total tax relief that can be claimed by Inequality for that year. Refer to Table 4.1. Tax relief include individual life insurance and EPF, lifestyle, and self-education fee, except donation. Total tax relief that can be claimed equals 9,000 plus 3,105 plus 1,545 plus 3,000 equals Rm 16,650. B. In the year 2023, Inequality's chargeable income was Rm 73,000. His wife's chargeable income is Rm 5,000 less than his. Table 4.2 shows some of the individual income tax rates for the assessment year of 2023. 1. Based on Table 4.2, use separate tax assessment to calculate the income tax to be paid by Inequality. Inequality's tax assessment. It can be calculated by the formula tax payable equals base tax plus tax on next balance minus tax rebate. Inequality's chargeable income was Rm 73,000. Refer to the income tax rate. The chargeable income, 73,000 ringgit Malaysia, is in the category 70001 to 100,000. Base tax is the tax on the first 70,000 of the chargeable income. 3,700 to be charged for the first 70,000. Inequality's tax assessment equals base tax 3,700 plus the tax on next balance. 19% to be charged on next balance. That's 73,000 minus 70,000 times 19%. Then, deduct the tax rebate. No tax rebate for Ali's tax assessment. Base tax, tax on next balance, and tax rebate. The calculated result is 4,270. Therefore, the income tax to be paid by Ali is 4,270 ringgit Malaysia. (1) B. Calculate the income tax to be paid by Inequality's wife. Ali wife's chargeable income is Rm 5000 less than Ali. Therefore, the chargeable income of his Ali's wife is 73,000 minus 5,000 equals 68,000. Refer to the income tax rate. The chargeable income, 68,000 ringgit Malaysia, is in the category 50001 to 70,000. Base tax is the tax on the first 50,000 of the chargeable income. 1,500 to be charged for the first 50,000. Ali's wife tax assessment equals base tax, 1,500. Plus the tax on next balance, 11% to be charged on next balance. That's 68,000 minus 50,000 times 11%. Then, deduct the tax rebate. No tax rebate for Ali's wife tax assessment. The calculated result is 3,480. Therefore, the income tax to be paid by Ali's wife is 3,480 ringgit Malaysia. B2. Hence, calculate the total income tax of Insik Ali and his wife by using joint tax assessment. Since there are calculate by using joint tax assessment, add up the chargeable income of Insik Ali and his wife. Their total incomes are 73,000 plus 68,000 equals 141,000. Refer to the income tax rate. The chargeable income, 141,000 ringgit Malaysia, is in the category 100,001 to 400,000. Base tax is the tax on the first 100,000 of the chargeable income. 9,400 to be charged for the first 100,000. Their total payable income tax of Insik Ali and his wife are base tax, 9,400. Plus the tax on next balance, 25% to be charged on next balance. That's 141,000 minus 100,000 times 25%. Then, deduct the tax rebate. No tax rebate for the tax assessment. The calculated result is 19,650. Therefore, the income tax to be paid by using joint tax assessment is 19,650 ringgit Malaysia. B3. Determine whether individual tax assessment or joint tax assessment is better for Insik Ali and his wife. Explain your answer. Insik Ali and his wife can choose to be taxed individually or jointly. When they are assessed individually, each person's income is taxed separately. Insik Ali's tax is Rm 4270. And his wife's tax is Rm 3480. So, the total tax they pay together, 4,270 plus 3480, is Rm 7750. When they are assessed jointly, their total income is combined and taxed as one. The amount of their joint tax assessment is Rm 19,650. By comparing both totals, the individual assessment gives a lower total tax, Rm 7750, compared to the joint assessment, Rm 19650. Therefore, individual tax assessment is better for Insik Ali and his wife, because they will pay less tax overall. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. To be continued, see you soon.